Good morning, everybody. Today we will discuss the next topic of the photochemistry, that is the photodimerization of alkene. You know that alkene having the pi bond and it absorbs the UV radiation. And photodimerization means the combination of the two identical molecules in the presence of the UV radiation. See, I have shown the bottom of the slide the dimerization of homo or identical molecule. So, during the dimerization, the new bonds are formed and some certain double bonds are broken. So next is the dimerization of alkene. You know that the alkene consisting of the multiple bond and it absorbs the UV radiation and it excited into the singlet state and finally it go to the triplet state, and in the triplet state it react with uh, the same molecule or maybe sometime in the different alkene, the difference in substitutions or functional group etc, and the photocyclization addition reaction occurs between the alkene and to produce a cyclobutane derivatives. Okay, and if it is an both of them are ethene, then we will get cyclobutane, and if it is a substituted ethylene, so we will get the substituted or derivative of the cyclobutane. Now the dimerization of the simple alkene, it's very difficult because it absorbs the higher energy UV radiation. That means the UV radiation in 200 to 300 nanometer range. So that's why if you are substituting the ethylene, we can shift the absorption to the higher wavelength region. Okay, lesser energy UV radiations. So we can activate the alkene by the substitutions. Now let me moving into the first example. The dimerization reaction is a stereospecific reaction and we will get a specific product. Okay, so consider the example cis-2-butene, and during the dimerization cis-2-butene add to cis-2-butene in the presence of the UV light 214 nanometer, and we will get two product, that is cis-dimer and cis-anti-cis dimer. So what is the difference between the cis dimer and cis-anti-cis dimer? Cis dimer means the two butene are combined or dimer in the same fashion. So all the substituent are in the cis position and all the substituent are on the same plane. Whereas in the cis-anti-cis dimer, both of the butene are the cis and they are combining in opposite direction. So we will get cis, that means the two substituent are one plane, and anti-cis, that means the other alkene are added in other alkene the substituent are in the different plane, that is the cis-anti-cis dimer. So in the cis dimer, we will get 57% of the product, and the cis anti-cis dimer, we will get 43% of the product. Now, if you are doing the same the experiment by using the another isomer, that is trans-2-butene, what will happen? The trans-2-butene in the presence of the UV radiations, the same wavelength 214 nanometer, we will get the two product, that is cis anti-cis dimer, and that is having 39%, and trans anti-trans dimer, that is having 16%, 60%. So what is the difference between the cis anti-cis dimer and trans anti-trans dimer? In the cis anti-cis dimer, the both the substituent of the one alkene are on the one plane, and the anti means the other substituent are in the different plane, but both of them are exist in the similar group are on the same plane. Whereas in the trans anti-trans dimer, the the alkene having the substituent are on the different plane are adding the alkene with the substituent are on the different plane. Okay. Now we are moving into the another example, the controlling the orientation of the olefin and the directing them to any stereospecific cyclobutane create the diverse product. Okay, so we can orient the substituent in the cyclobutane depending upon the substituent which is present in the alkene and how they are dimerizing, then we can control this, the position of the substituent or the plane in which the substituent are occurs. Now see the first example in which the hydrogen we are binding or we are coupling the alkene with the trans alkene in which the hydrogen are on the same direction. If you are coupling, we will get this product. Then if you are coupling the same trans product but the direction or alignment are the different, then we will get this product. Thus we can orient the substituted cyclobutane. Now we are moving into the photodimerization of the non-borane. So non-borane means it is again a dimerization. It is a part of the dimerization of the alkene, and alkene is a part of the cyclic system. So in the presence of the catalyst copper chloride, we will get the two product, that is 97% of the one product 1A and only the 3% of 1B. This is mainly due to in case of 1B there is a steric hindrance occurs, that's why the major product is 1A. And here also the non-borane are combining with an opposite direction, so we will get 1A, and if you are combining in the same fashion we will get 1B. And if you are doing the same experiment in the presence of the sensitizer, photosensitizer, usually we are using the ketone as a sensitizer. So if you are doing the experiment in the presence of acetophenone, we will get this product, and if you are doing the benzophenone, the addition of the alkene and benzene occurs. Okay, so I hope that you understood the photodimerization. Thank you.